Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. I still wanted to make this video even though it is, that season where pollen is out. And so we just going through that process. We're going through that process. So I still wanted to come and make this video and just see what message that the universe has for us, for our greatest good, for our alignment. I feel like a lot of us have just been in this energy of like, we just want to do things that makes us happy. And we're not just doing things or hustling, bustling, unless the hustle and bustle or those things that you love and enjoy involve that both where it doesn't feel like, or even if it is work, it doesn't feel like it. But I think it's more so the energy of choosing money over our internalness, our well-being, our true well-being. And I remember saying to myself, I'm gonna have both. I'm not that girl that's like, don't indulge in the material world or don't have the material world. I feel like if you're not here to be in the material world, are you here for? You're here for a reason. You're here to create, you're here to obtain. Like, you can have those things, but it's also knowing that I'm going to bring my spirit, I'm going to bring my soul in on this with me. Okay, hold on, where are my dice? So there you are. That's the gag. We are incorporating all of it. We're going to be putting our spiritual well-being, our happiness, and also seeing how we can collaborate that with our money, and or a way that, not even say money, just like one thing I've been learning, one thing I learned recently was where love goes, abundance flows. So it's like doing the things that you love and just seeing how you'll be taken care of. And maybe it's money, maybe it's a scholarship, maybe it's just opportunities. I don't know. But to me, I also want to say, don't be afraid to make money off of your gifts, your talents, your spirituality. It makes way for you. It makes room for you, period. I believe in that. And I feel like it's just energy. It's an exchange. And so being okay with that, but also understanding that we're not willing to compromise one for the other. Okay? And so we're just going to tap in with the energies and just see what the message is for us today as we go into this day. What message that we have. And this reading is timeless. So whenever you come across this reading, it will resonate with you in the way that it's meant to. And if not, then maybe one day or maybe never. It's not for you. But I'm pretty sure it will be. And the part of me says the way you get better at whatever it is that you desire. Maybe you have multiple things that you want to create, multiple things that you want to do. The way that you get better is allowing yourself to invest the energy, invest the effort, and put the time into it. I think for me, one of the things that I've been learning is that I have not genuinely been putting the time into it. But I felt like it was really because I didn't know if I can have it. I didn't know I can do it. I didn't know that, because the world's telling me, like, you don't need to be a jack of all trades. You need to be doing one thing. People need to be able to put their finger on you. But it's like, I'm not that girl. That doesn't resonate with me. And it makes me feel a way when I don't allow myself to experience the different facets, the different faces, the different expressions I have. And so now just giving yourself the permission to allow yourself to embark, allow yourself to experience, gain more experience in the things that you want to do, and you will get better. Okay? You will get better. And if it resonates with you, even better. And if it doesn't, well, you get a chance to move around. A lot of times we feel like we have to just do one thing. And if we made a commitment, we can't switch or pivot. But one thing I've been learning, and I learned this a long time ago, and it was because of my own experiences, about like, did I really have commitment issues? Or was it more so of I haven't found that thing that I wanted to commit to? But then I also had this idea, and I thought about relationships. I thought about marriages. And I'm like, there's times and seasons for certain things. Whether it's certain jobs, certain careers, certain relationships. But who's to say that you weren't committed while you were there? Maybe there was a time where you stopped feeling as committed, and maybe that was for a reason. Maybe because you're about to issue into another another stage in your life, transition into another timeline. You're about to start embarking on something new. But a lot of times we think commitment is I have to stay forever. But maybe not. Maybe commitment is whatever you're choosing to do, that you show up fully and you give what you can give and go from there, right? You don't have to stay there. That's not what commitment is. And I'm trying to fix this. But also, it made me think about Miley Cyrus. Now I think about it, I want to say this because I admire her. Because I noticed that she has like this dialogue going on within her music. And honestly, I don't think she believes she's crazy. I don't think she believes she's out of her mind. I think that people just tell her that. But I admire her because she's like, she allows herself to capture, well, this is not really what I was going to go with, but we're going to go with it. Maybe it'll come to me. She talks about how she captures moments, but that's not her identity. A lot of times we try to make things our identity instead of just something that we do, right? This is who I am. This is da-da-da-da. It's like, well, what if you wanted to change? Or what if that's no longer the case? Who are you? Are you really that, or is it just something that you do? So when people ask me, who am I? I'm never, ever going to ever sit here and talk about the things that I do. I'm going to talk about who I am. Like, I am a creative. I am somebody that loves to, have fun, see new things. Who is Kayla Redwine? She is someone that is unconventional. She's somebody that loves to fly, wants to fly, and shows other people that they can do the same thing. And beyond that, like, it can go deeper and go as far as you want it to go, right? But it's not who am I? Oh, I do this, I do that. Like, that's not who you are. That's what you do, But maybe if that's what you connect with, then that's okay. But you get what I'm saying, right? But being able to capture experiences. Oh, okay. This is what I really want to say. She allows herself to evolve, right? And before I listened to Miley, in the sense of her interview and her recent album, recent record that she has put out, I remember having this energy of like, I want to allow myself to express different parts of me. And I was like, and not feel like I have to choose either or, but however I choose to show up that day is just what it is, and it's who I am in this moment, in this time. And if I want to change, I can do that. And so then she came out with a song called The Wild Card, right? Oh, that's what I was going to get to. Faithful. One of the songs that she has is talking about if you're looking for a stable, that'll never be me. If you're looking for faithful, that'll never be me. And I feel like she wasn't saying that she couldn't be a faithful person. Hell, she's not even saying that she's not a stable person. I just think that she was talking about the idea of what they believe stability is, or the idea of what they believe faithfulness is. And sometimes we think faithfulness, we equate it to like, oh, are you being faithful to me? And like, are you cheating on me? Are you stepping out on me? But faithfulness, some people can look at faithfulness as being who I think you are, or staying true to who you are. But to me, I'm feeling this energy of, she's saying I'm unpredictable, baby. Like, you can predict that I'll be unpredictable, that I may show up and meet your mom in a tight dress. Even dressing up as a teddy bear, the next day dressing up as a cowgirl, the next day dressing up as a very sexy, like, it's like allowing yourself to experience different parts of you instead of thinking that you need to be a niche or you need to be a certain kind of way. Unless that resonate with you, then cool. But I don't feel like I'm talking to people that really resonates with. And so she just inspires me because she's just being who she is, and that's just that. And of course, I'm not gonna say it's just easy, because of course she's probably getting people that are calling her crazy, or she out of your mind, or you're cold-hearted, or But to me, I thought when I heard faithful, she's like, I'm not saying remember, y'all don't know, but she even talked about, she's like, I'm a loyal person. It's not about that. And so what I picked up from it was like, she's saying I may not be faithful in the way that you may want me to be. You know what I mean? Like, faithful, and this is how I'm going to show up, how I'm going to be, what I'm going to look like this day, and how I'm going to show up in this way, and certain things. And I couldn't help but to just like, I fuck with that for some reason. I fuck with it. Because sometimes we put on faces because we feel like we got to put on these faces for our family, for our jobs, our careers, the world. It's like, bruh, I feel like the only person that needs to accept you for who you are is yourself. The only one. And allow yourself to go through your changes. Allow yourself to go through your waves. Allow yourself to be you. And that's it. Because nobody's judging you but the next person. Hell, nobody's judging you but you. Just the only people that's judging you is others. Nothing higher, nothing more, because the higher power, this thing that we call God, is everything. So the things that you like, the things that you don't like, everything, every single thing that exists is a representation of God. But as we don't went through a time of religion during the Piscean age. We're still in the Piscean age, but we're clearing out the Piscean age. We're moving out of the Piscean age, and there's already signs of Aquarius age. I can tell within myself. I can tell just in the energy, and not only that, it's just in the stars. Okay, but let's move forward. Let's just see what message the universe had for us today. That's gonna help us as we move forward in expressing who we are and who we want to be. I say don't stop till you get enough. For you. Because, okay, I want to say something else. Some people are not here to just do one thing. Some people are not here to just have one job for the rest of their lives. Some people are not here to have one thing that brings them fulfillment. A lot of people are here on this quest to realize that there's so much more than just one way of life. There's so much more than just experiencing life in one way or in a particular way, in this way and that way. They are on this quest of journey. They're on this quest of discovery. They're on this quest of curiosity. And if you can accept the fact that you're that person, hell, if you can accept the fact that you're not that person, and you allow people to be who the fuck they are, I feel like that just allows you to live your life more better. Because I think for me, I was a little afraid to show up for the different facets that I was, because I felt like I didn't want to some people think if you change or you're doing all these different things, something's wrong with you, or you're unreliable or some shit. Sometimes it's just not the case. It's just who I am. Or when I say who I am, it could be, I'm not here to experience this. I'm here to experience this and that. This or that versus this and that. And I had to accept the fact that that's what gets me going. I have to accept the fact that this is also something that could be a part of my numerology. It is a part of my numerology. It's a part of my numerology and things like that. You got to learn more about yourself. You know what I mean? And also think about your past life, not your past lives, but your past experience in this life, maybe your past lives, but your past experience in this life right here. And the things that got you going, the things that didn't get you going. The things that normally you started to fizzle off on, it was for a reason, not because something's wrong with you. It may be because you have a unique path. And yes, let's just continue forward. Because we can keep going on. So what message that the universe has for us as we continue on our path of, self-expression? What message does the universe have for us today? Really, it came like this. This is really how it came. So I feel like you have a choice. You have a choice. So when I see this, I see they have this lantern. So to me, it's kind of like you could be possibly walking in the dark, or there's this energy that's guiding you. It could be your own self. It could be your higher self guiding you. You got your eyes closed. She has her eyes closed. She has her third eye open. So it's very much giving me allowing your heart or your intuition to guide you versus just simply using what you can see. The whole notion of walk by faith, not by sight. That's literally the whole representation of manifestation. It's the whole representation of setting a vibration and energy and having expectancy. A lot of times we don't want to have expectancy because we don't want to be disappointed. But sometimes you not having expectancy in the best and only the worst only brings forth that. So the question is, what are you going to choose? Whatever route that you choose to take, whether you are in taking time out for your spiritual life, taking time out for yourself, your career path, I feel like you're going to be taking this inventory, taking this chance to be like, is this really connecting with me? And am I gaining the things that I need, the things that get me lit, not just for survival, not just for to live and pay my bills, but what lights me up and that ignites me and makes me happy. And doing more of it, creating more of it. But I feel like, we went through, we went through this, or still going through this. I feel like we're just in our hermit mode. And I do feel like this is going to be it kind of gives me like this wave. And it's not bad. You're going to have waves and times where you are to yourself, and you're going to have waves and times where you're more so sharing and connecting with others. I think they're both necessary. It's this equal give and exchange. It's kind of like I'm pouring into my cup more to give to you. Or I'm pouring into my cup to be able to go into certain places with a more open mind, because I understand things more at a deeper level. I'm seeing things from a more bird eye view. Y'all, I'm trying to wake this up because I'm crying. Okay, you just want to do your own thing? Fine. Like, but I just feel like you're seeing things from a higher perspective. Whether it's in your relationships, in your connections, in your careers. And I also feel this energy of like surrender, in the sense of surrendering, of being like, you know what, all I can do is put my best foot forward. All I can really do is walk forward and know that the universe is working for my greatest good and everything is working out for me. And also registering and noticing your emotions, noticing your feelings. How do things make you feel? Evaluating, so you'll know, like, I want to do more of this and less of that. So it's really very much of tapping in with your own intuition, tapping in with your own self, because I know for me, I've been told, not only in my readings, like my numerology reading, I say this because I feel like it really matters, because as I look at my life, and as you will start looking back at your life, you start realizing like, oh, I can see how that corresponds. The whole notion of planning versus feeling. I've been told that it's best for me to feel versus planning. And I can look at my life to be like, I can see what this means. I get it. And I understand that there will be things that we create where we'll come up with a plan, but still not like this plan of like, a month from now, I'm going to be doing this. Maybe, but it's more so of allowing yourself to feel your way through and also listen to your intuition. Because I heard that there's going to be people or certain things that you normally would, your mind, or I don't say society, but there's certain ideas or beliefs that you may have or have had where you're like, no, you know better. But a part of me says you're not who you used to be, and things are not what they used to be. So the things that you probably would have been like, nah, you are a poster board for fuck no, is going to be more so like, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to see what you are about. But it may be to gain something different. You may be gaining a lesson, some wisdom, a different type of insight, a different way to see relationships, see a career, see how you can make money. It can be anything. Honestly, I just think that you're going to be looking at things from a whole different perspective versus just like a 3D level of like problems or suffering. Like, it's not that. It's more so of from an elevated understanding, an elevated energy, and it's helping you be able to actually go into these spaces with a sense of detachment but yet connectedness, a sense of I'm coming to experience, but I don't have to possess this thing. Whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that this thing is, learning that you're here to experience it and not possess it. So let's continue moving forward. See what you gain from it. Let's continue. What other message that you have for us, universe, as we move forward? I also like how her wand is lit up. She has like these little pearls or like little lights. I don't know exactly what they are. And I can't help but to notice. Yeah, okay. So I was trying to see that, but you see how one side is blue, one side is white. So it's giving two sides of a story, you know, and it's all about your perspective. It's all about the way you see it. And I just heard, even if you do attract flies, you know how to zap them or fly away, bitch. Who gives a fuck? I just heard, like, stop being scared of people. You know, stop giving people as much power. And also, what you what you experience outside of you is a reflection of something, a vibrational energy within you. And I just feel like any type of experience you have, I feel like it's more so of like, how can I get the best out of this? How can I enjoy this? And if you don't feel safe, if you feel like you really don't belong, being able to have the courage to walk away. But I'm not getting that from this. I just think there's like two sides to this blue and this white. We're gonna see what this more so what this two sides of it is. I think it's like your perspective, how you can see things. What are the messages that you have for us, universe? Let's continue. What message do you have for us as we today? I pulled this card yesterday. Getting some rest, rejuvenation. So I feel like, whether it's like really a general read, but I feel like we are going through this mode and in this time of like resting, being able to rejuvenate for like what's to come. I feel like this type of time that you spend with yourself, you've been able to look at things so much more differently, and you're more inspired to embark on connections and embark on ideas, things that you want to do. And when I think of this rest, I think it's just more reevaluating, taking inventory of how you feel. What are you thinking? And also, this helps build up the momentum, knowing when to rest. It reminds me, oh gosh, y'all, just this morning or like last night, I watched this video of Oprah. I was just scrolling through my Instagram. And she was like, you're supposed to like, it's like, remember I said like, not walk by faith and not by sight. She's like, what helped her get up this hill was not looking at how far she had to go, but just every step at a time. Like she was looking at her feet. She wasn't looking or whatever. She was just taking step by step. Then also this guy, Tyler, I think his name was Tyler. Let me go see if I can find it. He talked about how like throughout his fears, throughout uncertainty, not having the typical, is his name Tyler? What's his name? Without having like the typical things that you would need to get started in the industry, he just put one foot in front of the other. Basically, that's what he was saying. I put one foot in front of the other, and this is what led me to here now. And so I really want to play it for y'all guys because it's it makes you think. A lot of times we want to see what's ahead of us, here he is. Let me pause real quick. A lot of times we want to see what's ahead of us, like, and a part of me, I felt like sometimes we've been taught to do it as humans to help, like, make it seem like, I won't say like we have a sense of control, but like, yes, it's like another form of sense of control. Like, okay, if I plan this makes me a better person because I made a plan. Now, I do feel like plans really do work, especially if you execute it and you do it. I think it's amazing, right? But like, I just feel like there's this big energy of this is about feeling your way through. I'm personally someone that I don't see the future. Okay, like I don't see it personally, but I do have clairaudience. I have clairvoyance. Not clairvoyance. I have clairaudience and claircognitives. I just know shit. Or I can just peep shit. And sometimes I can hear things, but a lot of times it's just my own voice. And sometimes it's not even words. It just comes. Like, that makes sense. And so what am I getting to is like, know what helps and work for you. Not what works for others. Not what these gurus or people that give advice. Even myself. Know what you need, what works for you, what journey you're on. A lot of us are not on this hustle and bustle journey. A lot of us are on how can we make our money work for us. We're on this journey of how can I build for me not to work every day, But seeing this rest here, I feel like this is a great time that, taking time to recharge yourself. Take that bath, take that walk. Enjoy nature, enjoy the moment. And it's not about this hustle. honestly. And I feel like this is what's going to actually help you be able to get more energy for what's to come. Because who knows, you may be moving, but it might be different. I don't know. When I think of the hustle and bustle, it's not the same. It's just like this constant, it's just like this flow, endless flow of energy that's just pumping through you. And it's going towards things that you love. And it's just, ugh. But right now, I feel like the message that we're getting is taking time to relax. Don't come like a kid. Kids are not worried about bills. Kids are not worried about anxieties or stresses, worried about the future, worried about this. And I understand that all these things are valid and all these things are real. But in those times where these energies are pulling you so deeply, remember that you're safe. Remember that everything is okay and all is well and everything will be well. Okay, because I don't want to invalidate one or the other because all of it is real. But it's like we need to remember the power that we have also, and how we also can manipulate our energies, right? So I feel like taking this rest out and also tapping in with yourself to see what is it that I need for myself right now. And and I think honestly, rest and reevaluation and just taking time to breathe and be in this moment. And any way it is, a day, a week, however that what you need, and this is for you to determine. It's gonna help you. It's gonna help bring the inspiration. It's gonna help bring the energy for you to execute what it is that you're gonna be doing, and what you're gonna be doing in the days to come. So we're going to play his video real quick, and I'm gonna play Oprah's video. So listen up, you guys.
Breakfast Club. Been doing a bunch of press and whatnot. I just been thinking about, like, bro, in a million years, you would have asked me 12 years ago, I would have said never in a million years would I be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. I was scared about taking a step. I didn't have the next step in front of me. Didn't have the resources. Didn't have the money. Didn't have the relationships. I didn't have the infrastructure. Didn't have the team. I didn't have nothing besides what I felt in my heart. And despite what everyone was saying and all the fear that I was feeling, I took the step, right? 12 years later, here we are. This shit is unimaginable. And it brings me back to something that I was thinking about recently. This is for anybody that may have fear as you're moving forward, right? You need courage to get past the fear. It brings me back to this analogy. A ship is safest at the shore, but that's not what a ship is built for. Go out and get that motherfucker.
That's not what you were built for. And I just heard, like, despite what people say, that was like one thing that really stuck out to me, because I think for me, we're here right now, y'all. We're in the Laurel Palace. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk, because period. One thing I've been noticing on Twitter is, like, I understand that everybody has opinions. I have my own. But I really realize, like, people are at different points in their lives. They have different perspectives. They see the world differently, but I don't have to adopt that belief, And to hear him say, like, despite what people say, and, that's why I say, like, this is an inward journey. This is between you and you. This is between the energy that runs through your veins, God, the universe. God is not a person. It's a vibration. It's an energy. It's an exchange. It's this give thing. It's this abundant thing. And I think I say this analogy all the time. I don't know if I use it here. I don't know if I've ever put it on my channel yet, but I use this analogy of, just imagine if God said, or the universe, this energy, this thing that created this what we see today. Just imagine if he was like, just give me one leaf, one blade of grass, just one tree with one branch and one cloud. And we just need one flower. That's it. One bee, one human. Just imagine. No, there is an abundance, and there is constantly an abundance. One thing dies, another thing is born. There's this constant death and rebirth, not only happening when we close our eyes to this life that we know, but this constant rebirth and death that's happening throughout our whole lifetime, throughout our whole life, right? So I feel like even if there's advice and certain things being said, you have to listen to yourself and figure out what is it that you need for you, and what is that for you. And what type of life journey do you want to have, and that you can have it. You can be very abundant and not work a job. You can be very abundant and choose to work. It doesn't fucking matter. But what I'm getting to, whatever way that you choose to live your life, is realizing that give the space to know that you can do that thing. If you solely want to do this, if you solely want to do that. And of course, I just said, a thing that came in my head is like, do you have the capacity? How do I create the capacity? A part of me says you create honestly, this is just for me. I feel like you create the capacity by having more understanding, by getting your hands dirty, getting more experience in what it is that you want to do. And that will help stretch your imagination, help stretch your capacity for what you can hold. But capacity, you know? And okay, I'm having a lot that's coming to my mind. A part of me just said also, some things you don't have the capacity for. It's not because something's wrong with you, it's because it may not be really aligned with where you're going, what you're looking for, what you want. Like, I personally just thought about this guy that has kind of like just came back, and he's like so wanting to like rekindle. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit here and fake fuck it with you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have the capacity for you or this, whatever this is. But does not mean I don't have the capacity for what it is I'm looking for, or just a different type of relationship that's not that. So it's like, I heard you gotta allow things to know when certain things apply to what. But that's gonna be another video, because I feel like that's taking me somewhere else. So this is from Oprah.
Ball is such a beautiful metaphor for life. You don't quit because you're tired. You give yourself enough breaks to keep going up the hill. As I've shared before, don't look at how far you have to go. Because I just was looking at my feet going up.
That's all I saw was my feet.
Yeah.
But you
look at how far you've
come.
come. Turn around and look at how far you've come, and you go. Because remember that time you looked around?
Yes.
Whoa! Look at how far we've
Yes.
come. As we begin another year, another season, another journey of life through this particular season, look at how far you've come.
Yes.
Give yourself the time and the breaks you need to get to where you need to go.
Yes.
And don't compare yourself to anybody else. Run your own race.
And keep going.
And keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Keep going!
You know, even with the whole comparison, it's like how everybody else is living, how they're doing it, where they at, it don't fucking matter. This is between you and you. And we're not normally taught to put ourselves first. It's always been like this others, but I feel like when you put yourself first, you are able to give. Like, it's a different level. I feel like you're able to have more to give when you know the value that you have in the first place, and or that you're learning it. And you've been watering yourself, you've been loving on yourself, and you're not compromising. Like, I don't know, a part of me says you'll know when to compromise and when not to compromise, but you'll know. You'll feel it. You'll feel it. And it's up to you to determine what you'll do from there, right? First thing I just had in my head, I just said, like, there's no such thing as a wrong path. It's just you may go this way, you might go that way, you might take this route, you might do this, but there's really no such thing as a wrong path. Okay? Because even when things start feeling wrong, if you have the courage to be like, you know what, I got to change this. I'm willing to change this. I want to change this. We have the Supreme at the bottom of the deck. You can do it. You can do it. You can. Okay? You can. The only limitations we have, and we say this a lot, but if we really sit here and think about it, the only limitation that we have is what we put on ourselves and others. There's really no limits to this shit. The only reason why there has been standards or limits is because we felt like some people before, or we feel like we have to protect ourselves. But a part of me says we're moving from our lower car. This ego is not a bad thing, but that's the part of us that helps protect us and on this physical journey. But I think there's this energy of there's not just one throne in the room. There's like two. And it's your higher car and your lower car. So this higher perspective, and also the physical you as well. It's both. There's no need to make enemies out of both. Both are your friends. Both are here to help you. Both are here as on a learning journey. So do not make an enemy out of yourself. Don't make an enemy out of like, I don't believe in falling short, but do not ever make an enemy out of yourself or beat yourself up. Even in times where you might be disappointed or, whatever. Just look at it as allowing yourself to be sometimes. And of course, if you feel like there's certain things you want to change, okay. But a part of me feels like you'll be ready when you're ready. I feel like that's what's for me. Like, I didn't want to put certain things down because I wasn't ready to. I didn't want to really. I didn't really want to let it go. But then there was a certain reason, like something inspired me, like an opportunity. And I was like, you know what? I can do this. Did it. No eating. Like easy. And it reminded me, it's about the power you give things. You can pick things up and put things down as you choose. And there's certain words out here to label people certain things. I don't give a fuck about none of them. That's not what we're doing here. Because I feel like we do not allow ourselves to be human a lot of times. We don't allow ourselves to also know that we're powerful beyond measure. And that's what I hope this space will constantly affirm to us and remind us. No matter through our wheel of fortunes, through the valleys, through the mountains, baby, all of it is a part of the journey, okay? All of it. It helps build our character. All right, Spirit, what other card do you have for us? We would love to close out this reading of what message do we have for us today. Go within. Get some rest. Rejuvenate. It's about to get lit. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. It's about to get lit. It's about to get lit. Y'all are making decisions and choices. And I feel like you're gonna be balancing both. Like, I feel like me personally, speaking from my own experience, I chose to take an opportunity. And I also made a promise to myself that I was going to also work on my passion projects when I'm off and when I get off. So that I'm reminding myself, like, you come first. I think this is the Emperor. I can't see because it's in reverse. Okay. We have the Goddess of Wands. Period. I think the Goddess of Wands is the Queen of Wands. And then we got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I just heard, like, have faith in, like, the best. Have faith in you overcoming. Have faith in the abundance, the support that you have. And a part of me says, even if you don't see much of it in the physical, a part of me says that's not even the case. Like, okay, I just want to say this real quick. Don't be upset with people that don't support you or, like, support certain things that you do. Because they may be only there to support you in certain ways. There are going to be people, as you are walking in your truth, as you are creating your own communities and putting yourself out there more, you're going to meet way more like-minded individuals. And you're going to be able to have a chance to collaborate and meet people that you can grow with and that will support you. But not only physical support, but there's a supportive energy with the universe. Because it's all about the laws. It's all about giving and receiving. It's all about this dance, all about this joy. And the universe picks up on your energy. So what are you sending out to the universe? What tone are you setting with yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you act? How do you move? And where is this coming from? And a part of me says there will be times where we will need to move in anger. We will need to move with some fire, okay? Some passion. And that shit is real too. But it's just like, what is the base? And I just heard like unity. I feel like there's this big energy of unity. I feel like it's something that's happening outside of us, but there's this energy of unity happening within us where we're like, I'm collecting everything about me, everything a part of me. And whether I have to leave certain things alone or do things in a different type of way, I accept myself for who I am and who I was, where I was, what I learned from it, what I gained from it. But to see her, I low-key feel like she's like receiving her harvest for some reason. And the reason why I say that is because she has this plant in her hand. Like, she just picked it and she's looking at it like, yeah, I did that. I created that. And I just heard, like, celebrate your little accomplishments, whether you made a post on Instagram or you went to work today, you put some gas in your car, you ate today, you accomplished certain things on your goals or your towards your goals, making the video, posting the video. Celebrate every single victory, being alive. And a part of me says, even if you feel like, what the fuck am I alive for? When you start just counting blessings, counting the fact that maybe the thing that you can be grateful for is that I can breathe. Okay, I can use my hands. I can move my hips. Maybe that could be one thing that you're grateful for. But when you start sparking that, I'm telling you, more and more things to be grateful for are coming to you. It's going to come. That's why people express gratitude. That's what Thanksgiving is about. Like, all these things are all about vibration. It's not about worshiping anybody or anything. It's about realizing this connection, this union, this interconnectedness that we have with life. And when you start seeing more of the beauty of it, there's more of it. I just heard, like, trusty sidekick. It's okay. So a part of me, I want to say, like, the universe is your trusty sidekick because you're the really one here experiencing this physicalness. But a part of me says there's also the part that you're playing is playing a bigger part in the universe's energy, like this energy that's circling around the galaxies. Because this, I don't think it's just our world. It's all of existence beyond our world. And it reminded me of, like, you know, that Chinese cloud that they had, and it looked like this swirl. That's kind of that kind of thing of the universe. It's like this collaboration of vibration and energy. And I feel like you are in this space of realizing how that pulsates and runs through your own vein. And I feel like you're going to be starting to see a lot of harvests, a lot of beauty. And I just feel like you're going to be stepping more in your power. And I feel like this has really been the process. And a part of me says, I feel like we've been going through this all simultaneously. You know, this going within, taking time to rest, really, you know, thinking about how do we want our life to go? Like, how do we want our relationships to be? Or, like, how do I want my life to be? You know, taking time to rest, taking time to cry, taking time to laugh, taking time to dance around your room, taking time to just be. And then also seeing how opportunities and ideas and inspirations and sparks are happening and how you can actually start moving in this energy, thinking, operating in this energy. I just feel like there's a lot of abundance around us. And a part of me says, even if you are doing something to just help you build to go somewhere else, no matter what you do, no matter where you are, try your best to make it fun, find peace in it. Make it enjoyable for you. And if you can't do it, you need to go on about your business to somewhere else where you can do that. But I just kind of feel like this energy of find happiness in everything, in every little thing, anything, everything. Find those little moments, because I feel like that just helps us go through our days with just higher vibrational energies. And I wanted to say this because it was something I always thought about. It's something I've been thinking about lately. I said, I think the reason why we talk about positivity and high vibration the way we do is because we don't went through a lot of time of not knowing or not operating in it. So it's like, think about this pole. We've been operating a lot of on the negative side. So we're going through this energy of bringing it back this way. And I can't help but to also remember that both exist and you need to find your own balance. And I'm not saying, like, just what does your own balance look like? What does that mean to you in your jobs, in your love life, within yourself? What does that look like for you? You. And I'm just going to take this as a sign that all these things that you've been doing, the things that you will continue to do, especially when you're keeping on your forefront of, I'm moving towards my true fulfillment. I'm moving that fulfillment versus fulfilling. I ain't gonna cap. I feel like I'm on a fulfilling journey just as necessarily fulfillment. When I hear fulfillment, it kind of gives me like one thing gave you that and that's it. When I hear fulfilling, it's kind of like you can be fulfilled by multiple things, more than one thing. But that's just how my interpretation was. So I just feel like as we are going through these journeys of fulfilling our desires, or fulfilling our vibrations, or fulfilling whatever that means for you, going through fulfillment, I feel like we are going to just be getting closer and closer, coming to more union with the type of things that we're looking for, and the people, what we want from ourselves, the attitudes, the energies, everything, the type of lifestyle you're going to be able to get. You're going to be able to get. Remember to rest, and also know that wherever love flows, wherever love goes, abundance flows. Okay, you guys. So thank you for tuning in with me. I think I'm gonna do one more card. I just want to do one card to close out of like what message from our inner garden, our inner feminine, as women and men living in this existence. I'm hearing not Rihanna. I'm hearing Sierra's song. This is for the girls that she's like, this is for the girls that's INDEPNDENT. I like that song. Y'all go listen to it. It's called The Girls by Sierra. I love this deck. I love the way, let's see if I can do it like holding it up. I love like this. Let me see if it will stay. Okay. Nah. But I like how controlled it feels. All right, let's do it. When I have it on like the surface, like it hit, it just, I like that. All right, Divine, what message would you like to close us out on for today's message? Hope. Everything will work out for the best. I just wanted to do a little two-step. Everything will work out for the best. Believe that. Know that. Remind yourself that. You are not powerless. You are not a damsel in distress. You are a soul here to gain and learn. And yes, we will have our ebbs and flows. We will be high one day and low the other. But it's not feeling like you ain't got no power in this bitch. Or like you ain't got no say so. Like, don't let it take you out, basically. Don't let the wave drown you. This life is not about being undertaken by the wave. It's about riding that bitch. Okay? And you may get wet. The wave might hit you in the face as you're trying to, but it's all about getting back up. Ride it. Drowning is one thing. That's something completely different. But when you think of, I might go under, but I'm coming right back up, it's very much giving hope for the best. But I just heard like hope. Don't just hope. No, expect it. Because, okay, I'm going to say this. I remember this guy, and I get what he was saying. Like, he was just expressing, like, oh, I wish you could, like, watch a movie. It was something like he said, like, oh, I wish you could something. And I'm like, wish. Because it's like, what are you wishing for? Why don't you just make it happen? You talking about, I wish you could do this. How about you just ask me? And then he ended up, like, asking me, like, something like, see, that's how you ask somebody. That's how you get somewhere versus just wishing. Wishing is cool. Setting intention is great. But it's the actions behind it that's going to help you. I just heard, I don't believe in the intentions of pave your way to hell. But I do believe if you have intentions but not putting the actions behind it, then it may lead you nowhere. That's what I get from that. Everything will work out for the best. Okay, guys? So have your intentions, okay? Have your intentions. And also take that time with yourself to ask yourself, What things do I need to let go? What things do I need to pick up on in order for me to bring this to life, to experience this thing? What do I need to get rid of? What do I need to let go of? What do I need to learn? What do I need to understand? What do I need to be more open to? What boundaries do I need to reevaluate? Or what gates or what walls? What is that for you? Everything will work out for the best. All right, my people. All right, my people. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. My name is Kayla Redwine. Welcome to the Laurel Palace. I don't even know if I said that, but thank you for tuning in with me. Be you, stay true, and always remember, honey, stay golden. Bye, y'all.